One of the most popular game franchises in the world is Pokémon. But what if it combined with another one of the most popular games in the world? Hey everyone, I'm Rob, this is the Game House, and we're going to discuss if a new Pokémon auto battler similar to Riot Games' acclaimed game, Teamfight Tactics, could be revealed soon, and when it could be announced and released. Before we dive in though, I'm going to ask that you like this video if you end up enjoying it, and that you subscribe if you like Pokemon content, as we are coming out with new Let's Plays, tier lists, news, and answering questions like these every day. Also, let us know in the comments section below if you would be interested in a Pokemon auto battler similar to TFT or Dota Auto Chess. With that, let's talk about what TFT or auto battlers are before we dive into whether or not it's going to work for Pokemon. Auto battlers first made their way to the gaming world back in 2019 with Dota 2's Dota Auto Chess. It was initially a fan-made game that got extremely popular to the tune of nearly 8 million players playing in just a few months. So much so that League of Legends and Riot Games were quick to jump on the trend and come out with their even more popular version, Teamfight Tactics, which released in June of 2019, just a short time after Dota's game. An auto battler, also known as auto chess, is a strategic game genre where players recruit characters, often called units or champions, with unique abilities and place them on a grid-like battlefield, similar to what you would see in chess. Once the setup phase is complete, the game progresses automatically, with the units battling without direct player intervention. You can get 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star units who all align in different sets of characters with different abilities. Does this sound like Pokemon? Yeah, it's something that Pokemon could easily do with evolution. All of this also was coming out at a time when chess was really on the rise, especially online chess, with streamers who were playing it constantly, along with Queen's Gambit, a very popular show that got released on Netflix, which meant that chess was as well known as it has ever been. Add on to this that COVID started less than a year later, and people were locked in their homes making video games, especially online ones, launched to the peak of entertainment, and you can see why a game like TFT or Dota Auto Battlers became so easy to get into. But why would the Pokemon Company even want a game like this? Well, Pokemon has never been shy to try and make a game that they think will hit well with their player base. They always go at their own pace though, and for good reason. Pokemon is the biggest entertainment franchise in the world, and it's really not very close. But they are very particular and strict about the games that they put out. Even though there are plenty of bugs like we have seen in recent games, we have also seen through the Terra leaks that they have scrapped many games in the past because they did not feel as though they were good enough. The thing is that TFT in particular has to intrigue them because not only is it an interesting genre that is currently dominated by one player, Riot Games, but it's also a massive cash cow for that same company. TFT has nearly 33 million monthly players that play specifically at least one match. We don't know exactly much more beyond that, but 33 million players in 1 month is quite a bit. It has been a little over 5 years since the making of this game, and it feels like TFT is still only gaining momentum. While reports are not overly accessible, similar to the monthly player numbers, we can cobble together some reports to see just how much money is available for the Pokemon Company. And let's be real, money is the main reason for them to make some of these games. TFT made a little over $10 million in just a few months when it got released onto the Apple App Store. And it made over $712,000 in its first week when no one had any expectations for it. And as of a few years ago, it was still bringing in the most revenue of any app in Poland, very specifically. Sure, those are very strange examples, but since there's not much data available, this is the best that we could find. But if you look at what's been happening with TFT, they've been adding more to it, they've been selling more cosmetics, and it seems like it's only growing. And either way, it shows just how profitable a game this could be, And Pokemon, with the thousands of Pokemon that we have available, could easily make a game like TFT. Also, if you're not already convinced, if Pokemon TCG Pocket, a game that has already made over $200 million in just a month and some change as of the recording of this video, has shown us anything, it is that people love and are willing to pay a pretty penny for a Pokemon game, especially one that could easily be available on your phone. But why now, and when could we potentially hear more? Well, in truth, we had been planning on making a video like this for some time. There were different iterations, but we couldn't really figure out the best way to approach this topic. But then El Chico Eevee, a known leaker of Pokemon content, tweeted out a picture of a game that looked just like TFT, but with Pokemon. You should be seeing it here in front of you right now. As you can see, they are saying that this is going to be, or potentially already in, Pokemon Unite in China, where Unite is a very popular game, but TFT is even more popular. So does this mean that it will only be in China? Does it also mean that it will only be accessible through Pokemon Unite, or will it be a standalone game? Honestly, at this point, we have no idea. It would seem to make sense for them to test it in a region, but to announce a game like this and only have it in one country and it also be already on an established game would be a little bit odd. But to be fair, Pokemon Unite is a MOBA, and both Dota Auto Chess and Teamfight Tactics are based on and use the models of their MOBA games, Dota 2 and League of Legends respectively, as a way to make their auto battler games. But if we were to speculate, and to be very clear, this is just a hunch, they may be testing this out and getting a feel for it before they announce it on Pokemon Day in 2025. We have heard that there would be some new games announced with Pokemon Works already being set up, and many expecting them to be involved in a new game of some kind. It would make sense for another company to be working on a game like this, even maybe Timmy, the studio that is working on Pokemon Unite. Truthfully, it could be something that they have been working on, and even though it was not in the Terra leaks, it could be launched sometime in 2025, even on Pokemon Day, to hold fans over until Pokemon Legends ZA comes out and Gen 10 is announced. While we wait though, there is a fan-made game called Pokemon Auto Chess that you can check out. It has all of the good makings of an auto chess, but it's not officially licensed by Pokemon. It also has a pretty solid community, and from what we can tell, it's a growing one as well. Until then, we will be watching out for more information on this game, and hope that it finds its way to us. It makes too much sense for Pokemon to give this type of a game a try, and with all the money that TFT makes, there's no way that the Pokemon Company can continue to pass it up. We hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let us know if you have any other Pokemon game ideas or topics that you would like explored in the comments section below. But that will wrap it up for us here on this video. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.